On Amazon, you have only 20% of searches like brand-wise. Yeah,
that is a cool statistic to analyze and understand how the e-commerce is growing.
It's not like rocket science, but the main challenge here is coming from complexity.
Welcome to Dr. Amazon Podcast, the emergency support channel for FBA private label sellers. We invite top Amazon experts to share the most efficient tips and tricks for your businesses. My name is Vitaly Hizhnyak and I am the CGO of Profit Whales. And let's get started.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Dr. Amazon Podcast. If you're listening to this episode, that means you have a successful brand on Amazon and considering to sell your FBA business. Or at least you want to audit it and understand the value of your brand. Today with Accel Club, we will learn how FBA Acquirers work. In today's episode, we have the Nick Tuzenko, founder and managing director at Accel Club that buys FBA businesses. Hi, Nick. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Zaya. Thanks for hosting me today. Yeah, thanks.
Of course, that is a pleasure for us, because I guess you are in some kind of a great niche for this year and for the previous one, because I just heard about that. Exactly.
Yeah, it's very, very hot market. It's like, it's crazy.
Too hot for today's podcast, and you will be like the third company that we have in this sphere in our podcast, and that's why my first question for you. How do you decide just to go into this exactly business model and exactly to this niche, when you have such competitive competitors as the Purge or Truster or something like that?
It was like a very big question for us. I mean, there's me and Max. He's like my partner, also like the co-founder of Accel Club. And when we tried to decide and try to answer this question, there was three different factors. Yeah, we had like a great experience in digital overall. So I was like the director for Bus4. We sold that to BlaBlaCar for 100 million euros. My partner Max, he was like the founder of a food delivery company, and they sold it to Yandex. It's like the Google of Russia. So. And it was like 500 million business. Yes, we had like a really great operational experience in digital. And I'm we just trying to think what's next could be like a really big story where we could have the niche that we could spend another 5, 7, 10 years to be like a great story. And we see that there's e-com, everything is growing. There's COVID, so it's like a boom. It was there, but it's definitely even bigger now. And we decided, it's a great place for us to be with our digital expertise. We have also great experience in M&A. So it's also a very, very important part for this business. And overall, we believe that we are, from our previous experience in operations, we are much, much better. I wouldn't like to compare us to other companies, but I do believe that, but we know that we could, we have the expertise and skills to execute all the operations. And the biggest belief here is that e-commerce, it's not like rocket science, but the main challenge here is coming from complexity. For someone, the customer, to have this or that product in their house, there need to be like hundreds of different interactions to happen, and the teams that could execute that thousand of different interactions to happen smoothly, they definitely will be the winners here. So we believe that we could do that, and and this is why we start here and believe that we will be successful.
I really like the idea that you have mentioned for the e-commerce as the niche, as the sphere where the trend line will be for the next 5-10 years. And we also have such trends for another spheres, and the machine learning, for example, or maybe some kind of the blockchain or something like that. Why exactly you have stopped on e-commerce in this way?
We comparing the marketplaces to like YouTube or to other, let's say, like platforms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we do understand that, for example, YouTube, it's they definitely like democratizing the access to the distribution channels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to be like great studio or have like connections with producer on TV or have like millions of budgets to start tomorrow some show whatever on YouTube. As far as you're meeting the like you have like some kind of like product market fit, you could be like successful on YouTube over there. So you have that kind of like feedback, likes, other stuff. And this is like what we believe that also works for Amazon and for other marketplaces, that they are democratizing like the access to the distribution within the physical products, within the physical goods. Yeah? And we believe that, it's like there's you mentioned like AI or machine learning or other. This is like the technology. We do believe that they will be as a part of other processes within different niches, within different industries. Yeah. But here we have something bigger. We're having like the the overall demand, the overall like structure of consumption will change. Today you have like I don't know like maybe 1,000 of different brands that are like 80% or 70% of the overall consumption. And we believe that with marketplaces, with the barriers lowering and new like private labels could come there, you'll have like not 1,000, you have like 8,000 different micro brands that will like be for that demand that is there. Yeah. And this is like why we would like to be the part of that, to have like our portfolio of great micro brands, of great brands, and to help like customers to to solve their to solve their needs with the products that really like meet their criteria, not like some like monolith demand that are there right now.
Yeah, I do like that. And according to that, if we will speak more about your experience right now in this niche, you have found your company in 2020, right?
It was like late November, so it's like
late November.
Yeah.
That wasn't the easy year to do some launches or to go into different businesses. Yeah, because everyone just saw what just happened in different spheres. And according to that, have you already purchased any businesses for now?
Yeah. There's several brands in our like we closing. Yeah, so it's like So they will be under operations like in upcoming days. Yeah.
Do you have a plan for this year? Maybe a specific number? How many businesses you would like to purchase?
So this year we would like to buy like around 20-25 different brands. So
perfect.
So this like our plan. Like it's not that big. I'm like taking out the plans like of other guys, but like we definitely this like the start for us. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now on Amazon we do have like daily. Daily we have around like 3,000 new Amazon sellers that just launched their first businesses or first brand, and that is a cool statistic to analyze and understand how the e-commerce is growing in a case of like the all other spheres that we have. If we will go deeper into your specific approach for the buying businesses, what exactly do you analyze? What metrics you would like to check and understand that could be available for you, or for what time period you do the analysis and research?
It's like the biggest, definitely the important question for our business, and there's like I would say like the most critical for us to understand the product market fit momentum. So to understand whether there is really like product market fit and what's this momentum. So definitely we are looking at general like total revenue for the last 12 months, for example. We are looking at margins. We are looking at the price that these products have, and how they comparing to the prices in the niche. So whether it's like the low price range or high price range, we're looking at definitely ratings, reviews, its dynamics, whether there's no like great practices, and what's the conversion from the sales to the ratings to the reviews. Definitely we're looking for for supply chain, because we do understand that the quality of the products is definitely originated within the manufacturing processes. Yeah, so we definitely need to be sure that the orders, all that items that will be there, they are quality and for that, definitely for that price. Yeah, so that's definitely they should be quality, and it's this kind of metrics, and definitely we also try to understand whether the niche going. Yeah, so what will be the niche itself. Yeah, whether it's starting or whether it's growing, and whether for example maybe for this niche. For example, for shampoo, for example, the direct consumer channel is much more, for example, interesting, and it will, for example, growing faster within next 2-3 years. So in this kind of just try to analyze in the sense today we are focusing on FBA of Amazon, but also whether we should be faster with our expertise within the direct consumer, Shopify, within other platforms, or it's this is some kind of product and niche that are much more interesting and beneficial for marketplaces. So people, the overall demand is coming through marketplaces, not through direct consumer, or through Facebook or through Shopify, etc.
Yeah.
So this general, yeah. But answer what we really looking for product market fit momentum. Yeah. So this what we are really looking at.
So according to that. If for example, could you buy a business that the starting date or just founded a half year ago, and right now show a good results in the case of the perspective? Could you purchase such business or not?
Our right now criteria is to buy some listings or some business that at least 9 months old. Okay, so but 9 months is working for us, and it's okay. Yeah,
so half a year it's close.
Yeah.
Got it.
So,
so if that could be so, I understand. So you will also come back into the criteria, into the niche, into the product fit momentum. Yeah, absolutely. That is really cool. And what you do after the purchasing? I mean, what is your main strategy to move on? Because some of the companies, they on the beginning, they do launch not only the Amazon. Yeah, they improve the website, they improve the social media, they try to work with the targeting, or they try to expand in other marketplaces, or the Canada, the Mexico, the Europe, or something like that. They try to improve the exactly Amazon data that they have and try to expand inside it. What is your main strategy to move or to boost products?
Yeah, it's our goal at the end of the day, we are the product-based company, and we would like to be in as much let's say channels as we could, in as many markets as we could. So this is definitely something that you're doing. But the question what's the maturity of the brand or of the license you bought? So maybe they already in different marketplaces like US, UK, Germany, etc. Or maybe they already have Shopify, so we just need to push a little bit more gas there and it will be better. But definitely this is what we do in different channels, different geographies, and but time wise or let's say priority wise, it's also very simple. For the first 3 months, we're trying to mostly focusing on FBA on Amazon and trying to make sure that we do understand what's coming here. We do understand that we are making our best to have the market share that we could have with this product, with this listing, with this brand. Definitely in 6-9 months, it's much more about the product itself. So we are much more deeply try to analyze what the customers writing, what the general problems maybe. We need to change something with our manufacturer, etc. And definitely out of that 9-12 months, it's more about to be really CPG company, consumer products company. So to be in as much shelves as we could be, in as many markets as we could be. So Europe, any other markets we could expand to.
The main goal, the exact main goal for you is the brand building for each brand that you take. I mean, that's first of all you analyze. Yeah.
I didn't like the idea that when all these acquirers, a lot of like players calling us like brands aggregators. I don't believe that there's like a lot of like, let's say, products that really have that ability to be a brand. Yeah. So on Amazon, you have only 20% of searches like brand wise. Yeah. So everything else, people just searching for something, for some like functional products. Yeah. So I'm like, at the end, they would like to be like the product company. Yeah. So we like that people going here, there, like Shopify, Facebook, Amazon, Walmart, whatever, and see other products and understand that, okay, these products, they have like positive experience. Other customers have positive experience with this product. And this is something that will meet their needs and that will solve the problem that they have. So that's it. Yeah. So it's not more,
it's like
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely there's like I would say like 20% or 30% of our portfolio will be about brands. But I don't believe that with any product on Amazon you could be like you should build brand, and it's be like it's.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you, because if we will, for example, analyze the PPC inside the Amazon or any other platforms, we speak about the needs. The people would like to go and quickly just to close all their needs to get the exactly that they want. And that's why they analyze like the reviews, for example, but not like the brand name or the brand history or something like that. Because most of the products, they should just solve some of the situations or needs that the people have right now. I really like your idea. And a lot of people right now speak about the brand building. I guess that could be so in the case of like the marketing, like the general approach, but do not forget about the main goal that you would like to achieve. We speak about the sales, we speak about the profit. So, and that could be so. Yeah, great. And what could be useful? Could you please give, for example, three main advices for the FBA sellers that's right now looking for like sell their business? Yeah, or for example, they did not think about that, but according to the trend line that we see during this year, they will thought about that. What that will be?
There's like the first one. I guess this is most important. Yeah, just to answer the question. I mean, we have a great experience with M&A, and what's like the seller should like really understand like what's their personal goals with this deal. Yeah, with this M&A. Yeah, so whether they would like like just let the business go and spend some time on vacation or with family, or B, have like extra money to invest or to support other projects, or just like other, I mean, maybe there's like some personal needs, some personal buying seller. So I mean, just to better understand what would you like to do, because like there's some investors, let's say, or acquirers that are open to buy like the minority stake or some stake. We, and as many other, we are definitely aimed to buy like 100%, and you will not be in the future the part of the day-to-day operation of this business, so we need to understand, okay, you need to, in your mind, like let this business, this listings, this brands go, so this like like the first one, just to a little bit more clear understand what's your goal, and second and third, definitely just to like nothing else as your actual results will influence your valuation better. So if you believe that in 3 or 2 months you could somehow like increase your results, just do that. So like because there's a lot of like sellers that saying, okay, like with this, with that, we could do whatever, like X 8 times more. I'm like, it's of course we try to capture that, of course we try to evaluate that, but any 8 times more, they will not convert in 8 times more valuation. But if you like add like 2x or 20%, 30%, 6% more to your revenue or to your whatever, definitely this will count in your valuation. So like just like trying to push, like there's some like lower hanging fruits always. So just trying to to understand them in that 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 months, just make that, execute that, and then your relation will like definitely higher. And also like the third one, I guess, like better understand how the buyer should look like. So who you would like to sell your business, maybe it's also like important because like definitely at the end of the day, like any deal is about like interacting with the other teams, with the other like side. Yeah. So it's more a lot about like communication. Yeah. So we just like from our perspective, yeah, and this like definitely from our experience, that you just need to make sure that you are comfortable with the people you are trying to make this deal. Yeah? Because there's like the LOI signing, there's like the diligence, there's like integration, post integration, maybe some calls, earn hours. So it looks like maybe it's like 12 or 24 different interactions, but it's like 24 interactions that you need to do that. Yeah. So and if the person or the team on that side isn't comfortable for you, I'm like, I mean, there's no need. Yeah, there's a lot of buyers right now. Yes, you could like pick a little bit more, like also like include the factor of personal like chemistry between your like in the scope. Yes, you could do that. So yeah, like we just like recommend that better. And this is what we also like doing on our side. We just understand, okay, with these guys, we definitely would like to have the deal because they I'm like, I would say they're great because they to some extent they are meeting our understanding and have the same ethics and just like we really like they're cool. We really would like to make the deal with them. And there's like there's not that much, but maybe some like several. We took, I guess, to already like to 150 different sellers. So and there was like 2 or 3 that definitely we just wouldn't like to make a deal with them.
Yeah,
and that's it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you, and I really like your advices for the Amazon sellers because the second one, for example, I really saw in the profitables that we have now because a lot of people, we helps Amazon sellers to improve their results in short term in getting like to higher X from the companies that they would like to purchase them. They will build a like marketing strategy for them. We just relaunch all needed campaigns. We improve like maybe the listings or something like that, just for showing a better result during the next like for the last 3 months as a positive trend that they could see, that they could get. And they think it's absolutely work. And I really saw how the your like final evaluation of your businesses is growing up, and it could be like a it could be a really great approach for you to do. Nick, I guess right now we could make a breeze and relax. Now we will speak about you, about yourself. I would like to know more because you do have a different businesses and you have a great story on different spheres. And you spend a lot of time, I guess, on work. But how do you spend your free time? Because according to myself, I could tell that my hobby and like my work is some kind of like the same. I really like what I do, and I really do not feel like some kind of like busy or something like that. So how do you spend your free time? What do you do do on other side of your life?
It's like it's very usual. Yeah, so it's like some sports. Yeah, definitely. And like I read a lot of like different. Even though I'm still young, and have some capacity of my health, but definitely you just start trying to better understand like how to be even more effective, how to be less, etc. So yeah, and everything that I read about supplements, about whatever, and that you just need to be more active. Yeah, so you just need to do some sports. Yeah, I like playing football. I have some trainings, just like some football. The fun fact about me is that I have like a twin brother. So yeah, like we spent some time with him, just like thinking and just like just like to talk about different stories in business, in corporate world, etc. So yeah, I mean, just some fun with friends, sports definitely, and that's I guess it's plus mindset. Yeah, of course travel, but it was before COVID.
Let's do not speak about this travel. Got it. Absolutely.
It's
Perfect. And do you have? Could you provide us like with your recommendations for the maybe podcast or any books that you would like to that you will just recommend to us in a case of like what maybe have changed some your understanding of like the maybe Amazon, maybe marketing, maybe the general thinking or mindset?
I definitely the big fan of like Horowitz. Maybe like him. He's like the investor. Before that, he was like the executive and founder of some tech companies. And I definitely could recommend the Hard Thing About Hard Things. This is the great book. I'm like, for any entrepreneur from like some small entrepreneur to some big executive or some big serial entrepreneurs, like this, I do believe it's worth reading. It's really great, and like it's the Hard Thing About Hard Things. It's even like in the naming, it's like very clear about what it will be. I definitely would also recommend like to spend a bit more time thinking about like the overall operations and overall management skills. And there's like this OKR, maybe like the objective and key results approaches. And this like something that Intel invented, and Andy Grove. So also like his book, like the Only Paranoid Survive, and it's also like great reading, and also like give more sense on like how to deal with teams, how to deal with really fast changing environment. And I do believe that Amazon is definitely about like fast changes.
We have spoke with you about the trends and why you have choose the e-commerce, and in this way, what do you think will be the next 2021 trend, for example, inside the Amazon or inside your exactly niche? Because we see like more and more companies that starting to go in this way. So what do you think about that?
So, talking about our niche, about our segment, I do believe that there will be a lot of like different corrections. Yeah. So I do believe that a lot of teams, maybe half of them, will right now like have a bit more, let's say, pinkier glasses, than it should be. So I'm like definitely there will be some corrections in terms of like the understanding of the niches, understanding of the Amazon overall, and maybe multiples. Maybe this is also like answering the question why I would recommend sellers, even though I'm on the buyer side, but why I would recommend the sellers to exit today, to exit like in the upcoming weeks or months, because we do see that a lot of like teams, they have like much more positive understanding of the FBA business, even though there's a lot of like, it's a great business to be, but also there's a lot of pitfalls. So there's a lot of like different stuff that like you need to understand. And this is what we do, that in our niche, by the end of the year, there's like correction. Some team will leave the market. Some team will be less aggressive. Some team will switch to launching products, not to buying businesses. And so some teams will switch to overall e-commerce, not just only Amazon, but also buy some Shopify, some Walmart, some other stuff. This is like in our niche, but for Amazon, I do believe that there will be like rebounding, because like in terms of like the direct consumer channels and marketplaces. Why? Because for the last, like, let's say like 15 years, who invested a lot like in infrastructure, in logistics, in technology, like infrastructure, marketplaces. And I'm like, I was the CEO of some direct consumer French brand before Accel Club and after Basform Blablacar. And I just like knew all that problems with when you are in direct consumer. You need to do much more, like Shopify integrated with logistics, warehouse, customer support, all that stuff. And as far as this, like all this, like let's say value chain steps, they are less under invested. And we do believe that in this like year or next 2 years, there will be more and more investments here, and the direct consumer, it will like a little bit more catch that gap between direct consumer and with marketplaces. So I would believe that a lot of, let's say, the niches where you could build brands, like some like hygiene, personal hygiene, or whatever, that they will lose their market share on Amazon to direct consumer channels, because all that, like what's Shopify doing with their Shopify network fulfillment, or there's like this like Trust Pilot or other like logistics, like Deliver, I guess you also like know them. So they are investing a lot and building the ability for merchants, for sellers to sell in direct consumer, and definitely niches that are more beneficial to be there, they will rebound from marketplaces to direct consumer. This also will impact like I don't know, like CPC, all that like traffic, all that competition on marketplaces, and will have a huge impact on that. I guess it's like this two different stuff.
And that's why I guess we have a new model for our podcast. If you would like to do it today, and I I really like that. It's like some kind of a truth about the main understanding for the corrections and for the next strategies that big brands or other brands on Amazon will choose. That is great. And the last question for today, I guess, who should be the next guest for the Dr. Amazon podcast?
There's a lot of buyers right now, and for sellers to navigate in that space, they need some help, maybe from brokers or from some let's say investment boutiques. So we're working, for example, with Fortinet, and I do believe that they in this niche, they really giving the value to the sellers. So maybe it worth talking to Michael or to Yoga from Fortinet, just to give a bit more understanding for sellers that they could go to them and have some help from this investment boutique brokers that helps to better tell your story and to pick out of that dozens of different buyers.
That is a great recommendation, and I guess we will reach them soon, just to invite them into the podcast, because this story could be really useful. And I think that a lot of Amazon sellers, they first like to analyze this niche, to understand what they could get from different sources, and then do their exactly the final conclusion about that. So perfect. And thank you, Nick. It was a really great and perfect podcast. I guess that all these advices will find their place for the Amazon sellers. And I hope that everything that you plan for this year will be done according to the OKRs and maybe more. Yeah.
Definitely.
So see you soon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Sally. Yeah, thanks.
And that is all for today's Dr. Amazon episode. Do not miss our future arrivals with new hot topics. Press the like button, leave us a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. We will come back to you shortly.